Hi everyone, my name's Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to share with you how to create this great card. It uses a stamp set called the Newborn King, and you can see it nice and close here. And there's just a ribbon wrap up here, and then this lovely frosted embellishment snowflake charm. And then when you open it up, there's all your sentiments on the inside. And I really like this card. I was actually inspired by this card that I received at Founders Circle. Phyllis Shepard did this, and I really liked it. Her snowflake is actually dangling, but I didn't want to putz around making a dangling snowflake, and I wasn't sure I would be able to handle doing the ribbon quite like she did. I just didn't know how to do that. And she embossed it. And she also used, let's see, what is this called? Shimmery white paper. So I changed it up just a little bit. I wanted my customers to make this card for Fall Flair, but I wanted to keep it really easy, and so that's what I did. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I have here is a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. I've cut it at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored it at 4 1/4. And then I'm just going to fold along the crease line. Give that a nice press here. The next thing that I will do is I will put down my 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of gold foil. So gold foil comes in our 12 by 12 sheets, and what I've gone ahead and done is I've just cut it into 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put this down with snail. The reason I'm using snail instead of liquid glue, as you know, I'm very fond of our multi-purpose liquid glue, but I'm using snail here just for convenience sake. And I don't actually have my liquid glue handy, if truth be told. So there it is. And then the next thing we're going to do is do a little stamping. Now I have 2 vanilla sheets. One is 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and the other one is cut to the same size. I often do this when I'm doing Stamp-A-Stacks or something where customers have a lot of sheets of paper to choose from, because I don't want them to get mixed up. So this one's going to go on our front panel, and then this one will go on our inside panel. So we're going to stamp the inside panel first, and the stamp set that I'm using is called the Newborn King, and I am going to be using both words on one block. So I have a block E, and I just went ahead and I put the sentiments right here, Glory to the Newborn King, right there. So that's my inside sentiment. I have my cherry cobbler ink. I'm just going to ink this up, and then I'm going to stamp it right here. And just like that, the inside panel is complete. And then we're going to put this down on the inside panel of our card. And now for the outside panel, the stamping will go very quickly for that as well, because we are just going to be stamping this big long stamp. Again, it's on a block E. I'm inking it up with cherry cobbler. I'm going to stamp it on this piece of very vanilla paper, and just like that we have our main image for the front of our card. Now we need to do a little bit of ribbon across the top. We are going to use our 1-inch sheer cherry cobbler ribbon, so I'm just going to cut that down a little bit. Now I could do a ribbon wrap, but that would take about 16 inches of ribbon to do a complete wrap all the way around. And I do kind of like to save on my ribbon if I can. And then I'm just going to wrap this around. It actually only takes about 10.5 or 11 inches when you do it this way, which is where you just cut a strip to wrap all the way around and adhere it with tape. And then on the other side, we're going to cut a strip that's about 5.5 inches long, and then we're going to wrap that around. So I will do that right now. And there we have our wrap. It's Kind of make that a little bit pretty. And it's a fairly flat bow, so that works nice as well. Oh, I'm being a little fussy now. I'll try not to be fussy. Let's just trim up these ends and continue on with the video. So we'll trim this up and trim up this side. And now we need to add our embellishment. So I have the snowflake embellishment. I'm going to put this on with glue dots. So I'm just going to set this down here with glue dots. And then I'm going to set this right underneath where our bow comes so that we have this beautiful little snowflake right here. Now your card could be done at this point. I mean, this panel, I should say, could be done. But I like adding a diamond in here. So I'm just going to take some little rhinestone embellishments. And what I want to do is I want to fill that hole. I could put the little diamond embellishment right on the top like that, but I'm afraid it might fall out. So what I like to do is I'll just grab a glue dot and I'll just push that into the hole of my snowflake embellishment. And actually I take two, so I will add that to that snowflake embellishment. And then I will add my rhinestone right over the top. And now I know for sure it's not going to come out, and it kind of fills in that hole a little bit. So that's what it ends up looking like. And then we can go ahead and adding some snail to the back. We will just adhere this to the front panel of our card. So wherever that went, here it is. And I'm just centering it into the gold panel so that it's even all the way around. And our card is complete. So there's the front, and there's the inside. Get this out of the way. And I'll bring both cards back into the picture for you. And hope you've enjoyed this quick little tutorial on making a great religious card for Christmas. This is a really easy card that you could mass produce. It really takes very little time. The stamping is very easy. And you may want to grab your Cherry Cobbler ink pad while it's on sale through October 6th from Stampin' Up! So see my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com and go ahead and stock up on ink pads and paper and envelopes while we have our big stock up sale. Have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.